Good morning on this fine middle of May morning. I'm out at Sweet Marsh about to take a kayak out. Normally I take a canoe out, but today I'm going to try a kayak. See if it helps me get closer without having to put any camouflage on. Quite honestly, most of the migratory birds have moved through and now we've got the resident birds, so we'll see. This is the outfit I'll be using today. And a Sand FS12 sit-on kayak or sit-in kayak, fully camouflaged. If I have any issues with this kayak, it's that it's quite heavy compared to my other ones, but it does allow me usually to get in close, so we shall see. Of my paddling vessels, this is probably the one I use the least, simply because it's a bit heavier. In fact, I had been considering selling it, getting it to a better home, but now after being out in it again and seeing just how convenient it works for this kind of project, maybe I'll keep it. By far, it's got the most comfortable seat. I can actually pop the seat out and sit on the bank with it if I wanted to. And it's not all that bad once I'm on the water to get it moving. It's designed for fishing. And I don't fish that often, but I suppose if I was going to kayak fish, it would work quite well. I'd have more room without all this camera equipment in front of me. I keep wondering if this will be my last time to paddle out here this year. They're supposed to be pulling the plug and draining this to do some renovations. And it won't take long once they pull the plug for this to get too shallow to paddle on, because it's not all that deep now. Once they're done, we'll have some very nice deep channels, but for now it's just not very deep. So I keep wondering, is this my last time? Obviously, if they've pulled the plug, it hasn't gone down much yet. These posts are here to stop cattails from blowing into the channel and plugging it up. They do a pretty good job. In a month or so, none of the geese will be able to fly. The young ones won't be old or won't be feathered enough, and the adults will be molting. We got a sandpiper up here on this brush. You might see it fly in there. See if we can work in close. It's probably a spotted sandpiper based on the way it bobs its back end. They like the muck. There's a few of them, but they don't want me to get very close. Yeah, I'll let them be. I'm going to head back into an area where quite often I see other shorebirds. Oh. You might hear sandhill cranes. They're in the distance. Gotten shallow here. I wonder if we don't have some water leaving. Okay. We'll get set up here for a while and see what happens. Not seeing much here other than red-winged blackbirds, so I think we'll back out and go somewhere else. Generally you see soras, or well, usually soras, pretty early on. As soon as you pull in, they're flitting around. But nothing this morning, so we'll look somewhere else. Oh, it's all muck. It's like paddling in pudding. It's good for photography because you don't wiggle all over, but boy, it's challenging to paddle in. We have a black tern in front of us a ways, darting around. Earlier in the week, I was at a place that had all kinds of black terns, and they got really close. That lone black tern did not approach too close. We go in these mud flats. See if I can find some shorebirds. I see a teal. I don't even know if I'll get through those. Here we have a dead carp, big dead carp. Two sandhill cranes just took off. Hopefully you saw those. Certainly should have heard them. Well, I might just work my way back to where the warblers were and see if I can get some warbler photos this morning. What a beautiful morning to be out enjoying the outdoors and nature, some wildlife and a wetland. What a beautiful morning. I'll go look around back here once. I haven't done this for a while. Maybe there's some shorebirds. Thought I saw something move up here, but it's probably a red-winged blackbird. Nope, it's a little wren. There's a sora. Off to the left. We'll get up here and just park for a while. Often if there's a sora, there's also a Virginia rail. Not always, but we'll see. I don't want to get too close and bother it. We have released bittern to the left, straight ahead. I'm going to see if I can get closer. Close enough for a decent photo. He saw me. So far it's not moving. That's good. I see something. Poised and ready to go. And just like that, folks, that's how you get the pictures. You're patient, you're watching, you get them while you can, because soon the little birds or the big birds or whatever you're after will be gone. I have to wonder, how long was these bittern over there watching, feeding? It knew I was here. It had to have seen me come in if it was there. How long was it there and I didn't even see it? Which then asks the bigger question of how much other stuff do I miss? I'm sure I'd be disappointed to know the other wildlife I might paddle by, or if I just waited a few more minutes I might see. Seems the more that you're out in the outdoors and the more you know about wildlife, in reality the less you know. One answer leads to many more questions. Another question I have is, when do birds like that fly in? Do they migrate at night? How come I never see any of those in the air other than the short flights around the marsh, when really they're flying hundreds of miles back and forth? One challenge in wildlife photography is to know when is enough. Now obviously that bittern was feeding It had no fear, showed no fear of my presence there. Even while I was changing batteries and changing position and recording and even talking to make this video. I could stay all day if the bird was out, but why stress it? Because I may be stressing some of the species, the prey species that bittern wants to eat. So as tempting as it is to stay longer, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna paddle back, and I'm gonna be thankful for what I got. Well, from this point of view, you're getting to see what it looks like for me as I'm paddling, wherever I'm paddling here at Sweet Marsh, or if I go down a river. This is a bit of the setup that I use. Normally I have two cameras facing forward. One is the GoPro, one is this Nikon. The GoPro gets the action and the paddling and a lot of the soundtracks, and the Nikon gets the stills. But today I was able to use the Nikon for some video as well. That's why I keep it on a tripod, just in case. So while I went out today, hoping to maybe see Virginia rails or soras or sandpipers of some various species, I really lucked out getting that long time with that least bittern. I've seen least bitterns out here before, but not in a situation where they've allowed me to watch it eat, watch it hunt, watch it just be out in the open. That was an incredible experience, and one that you don't get very often, so I'm glad that I had the camera recording. With that, I'm almost to the dock, so I'm going to bid you farewell, and I thank you for watching.